Oh my God. Like, oh God. Okay. I'm not gonna write you a love song. 'Cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's make or break, and this and you're on your way. I'm not gonna write you to stay. If all you have is me, then I'ma need a better reason to write you a love song today. Oh God. Okay. If you couldn't tell from my horrendous singing, and I know it's always horrendous, but this time more horrendous than usual, I'm sick as a dog. Wolf. I really am. I just guess guess who gave it to me? Guess who gave it to me? Her name starts with B and ends with Rook. Brooke, my sister. My sister Brooke gave it to me. She was sick as a dog last weekend. And it was fine for her because she had the luxury of not having anything going on. Whereas me, I didn't catch the sickness until everything. Guys, I gotta tell y'all, I have had, I have had, not kidding, literally one of the worst weeks of my life. I'm not joking. Literally one of the worst weeks of my life. And then on top of that, right at the tail end, just when things start looking up, I get nailed with sickness, okay? And not only did I get nailed with sickness, it was right when things were like just getting better, okay? And then boom, I get sick. And that put a damper on things. I still had a good weekend though. But I'll tell y'all something. Thank God I wasn't sick during the week because it would have been HE double hockey sticks. I'll tell y'all that much. I genuinely had the worst week of my life. And just to give you an idea of how bad this past week was, I can't even talk about it on the podcast because it's that bad. Well, I don't want to say it's that bad. Like, I'm fine. But basically, it's like, here's what happened. I'll beat around the bush. My week was just so bad. It has to do with school. Nothing with my grades or anything. I'm still getting straight A's. No, nothing wrong there. Basically, all of the problems I've been talking about with school in the past few episodes, it's literally that. It's just come to a head. And so I've just been struggling with school. And it's just been really, really bad. But the reason I can't really talk about it is because the issue has not been resolved yet. And I don't want to talk about it before I really know anything. So, yeah. I'm just like saying stuff and you guys are probably really curious, but whatever. But because my week has been so bad, I totally slacked off on like posting on the socials. Like I posted 0 clips. I think I posted 0 clips from like the past 2 episodes. Maybe one in like not the last, but the other one, like a month ago. But this past one, I posted 0 clips because that's how bad my week was. Like I literally had to put it on the back burner because I've been so stressed out. But I had a good weekend though. Other than being just deathly ill. It really didn't hit until like 2 days ago. And like I felt it in my throat. I was like, oh, I feel a scratch. When you feel that first like scratch in your throat, you're immediately like, no, it's so bad. And then the night hits. I'm like itchy now too. Like Jesus Christ. I'm like, it's so hot in here. And I'm wearing the sweater and everything. Man, I'm probably running a fever. I think I broke a fever earlier. I was like sweating bullets. Like I got up from my seat and like my back was drenched in sweat. What was I saying? Ooh, only 4 minutes in and I'm already lost. I didn't even introduce myself. Oh yeah, my sickness. It hit like 2 days ago, and I oh, I throw up. Y'all ever like cough and it's just like, oh, it's coming up. I need a drink. I'm gonna throw up. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, God. And I got sick, and for some reason with sickness with me, I can, like, go the whole day, and I'll be, like, relatively sick the whole day, but, like, I can function. And then the night hits, and I'm like, oh! And I'm, like, dying. I'm, like, literally dying. I'm in bed, like, tissue rolled up into my nose and a little ball, like, catching the snot. Ooh, it's not a good look. it'll like kill me at night. And basically I cannot breathe through my nose. And so I've been unfortunately I am pretty much a mouth breather. But like as I've gotten older, I feel like it's switched and now I'm more of a nose breather. When I sleep, I think I'm primarily a nose breather because I grind my teeth. But I've had to sleep with like my mouth hanging wide open, like slack jawed over here. And I like wake up like 50 times through the night because my tongue is so dry. And there's nothing I can do about it because if I like close my mouth to like bring it moisture, then boom, can't breathe. Can't breathe. I cannot breathe. It's so bad and my throat hurts so bad. When I woke up today, I was like, hello, Brooke. How are you? It was really bad. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to record. My voice is like, I think normal now, but oh, I hate being sick. I swear to God, though, because this is a bi-weekly podcast, I would bet at least 25% of the time I come on here sick. Just the way, like, sickness goes around and the way I record. I think I come on here sick so much. And also, like, I don't know. I feel like because I also film so late that by the time I do film, I'm so exhausted that I'll like be in here. I'm aching. I'm just, it's bad. I don't know. I really need to work. And the thing, because I don't even want to film during the day. I'm always like this. I always film at night. It's like literally, it's 3 a.m. right now. It's 2:43 a.m. I always film so late because if I film during the day, I film on weekends. If I film during the day, then I'm not getting to spend time with my family. And that's the only time I see them on weekends because I'm at school. And so, well, other than Brooke, I'm with her all the time, which is how I got sick. So, see how that worked out. But I can't stop because she's my best friend. Like, that's the one thing. You know, she's my best friend, man. And if she gets sick, it's like locked in that I'm gonna get sick. That it sucks so bad. But I guess it's that way with all siblings. What else am I gonna say? This was supposed to be a shorter episode, and I'm already 7 minutes in, and I haven't even introduced myself. So every time I go in thinking it's gonna be a shorter episode to save myself, it ends up being the longest thing I've ever filmed. Jesus Christ. So, hey you guys, welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven, and I know what you're thinking. Wow, that red lip she's wearing? What is it? I'll tell you. Oh shoot, actually, what is it? It's by MAC. So here's the thing about the lipstick. I'm fed up with this, okay? So here's the thing. I'm wearing that red lipstick, and I don't even remember what it's called. Because here's what happened. I recorded this, but, like, I muted the mic, so we're redoing it. I had my favorite red lipstick is Ladybug by MAC. What just hit the window? Do y'all hear that? What is that? Whatever. Okay, so my favorite lipstick is Ladybug by MAC. It's a beautiful red lipstick. I literally love it. Here, I can literally pull up a photo right now because I have the thing saved. Come on. See, and now it wants to be shy and not load. This is what it looks like. Okay? It's my favorite one. See how it's shade Ladybug? It's my favorite one. They don't sell it in stores anymore, so I was under the impression that they don't make it anymore. And so I bought this other red lipstick that you see it I'm wearing in the video, which it looks fine, I guess, but like it looks fine on camera, but in person it's kind of like, oh, you know, I hate it. I don't like it. And I love red lipstick. I love red lipstick down. But not this one because it's just not the right tone. And also, I'm not really a big fan of the formula because if you look at this. You see this, like, it's backwards. It's like this luster glass sheer shine lipstick. That's the formula I like. And it's not the one I bought with this new one. And so I'm really upset about it. I guess that's all I have to say on that matter. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So yeah. What was it? Oh yeah, so it's Valentine's Day. Well, not anymore. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. And you know, I am single. I've never been in a relationship, never had a boyfriend. Y'all know the situation. But when I was in high school, I used to be a Valentine's Day hater, but I'll be honest with you guys. It was performative. It really was. Everyone always hates on Valentine's Day because, and I can see why, because it's like if you don't have, it's like I guess a romantic holiday, and if you don't have a romance in your life, it's kind of like rubbing it in your face, you know? But for me, I guess I just don't really see it as like a I really don't see it as a romantic holiday because I'll tell you, this is actually really, really sweet. My dad, ever since I just realized my Valentine's Day tree I put it over there. Okay, now we can be happy. This is actually really, really sweet. Growing up for Valentine's Day, my dad has always got my mom something, my sister something, and me something. He does it every single Valentine's Day. He'll get us like it used to be cards, but now, um, honestly, can I be real? The card game lately, just like in general, with like they don't make good cards anymore. They used to be something special. They used to have glitter in them. I remember when I was a kid, for like, I think it was maybe my preschool graduation or my kindergarten graduation, somebody got me a Backyardigans card and it sang the Backyardigans theme song and I loved it. I would just open it to hear it. I remember that. Anyway, but my dad for Valentine's Day, he always gets us like a bouquet of flowers and chocolates. And he used to get us cards, but now he gets us. Oh, I remember one time. I need to get to the point. This year, he got us each a bouquet of flowers, a box of chocolates, and he got us all a heart-shaped sparkler. You know, like fireworks, like a sparkler. He got us those. And it's like he really knows us because he knows I love sparklers. I really do. That's my favorite firework because it's like a firework you can hold in your hand. Oh God, actually never let me near fireworks. It'll blow up in my face. Mm. And you know what? And actually, on that note, I don't really like fireworks. I like to look at them. I don't like the sound. It's too loud. I have a problem with loud sounds. It like it just it I get frazzled. I don't like it. But one year for Valentine's Day, my dad, he got us like it was like a tiny bouquet, but it came in this like ladybug pot. And I still Oh my God, I have it right next to me. I didn't realize I did. Oh no. This was it. I didn't realize it was next to me. I just looked over and boom, there it was. Look, this is what it was. For Valentine's Day, he got us like a little plant and it came in ladybug pots. Look at that. This is literally the one that he got me. And I was going to say I've had it all these years because it holds my tax. And boom, it was right next to me. That was crazy. I wasn't expecting it to be there. Exciting. Yay. I get excited over the little things. Anyway, so for Valentine's Day, because I have no romance in my life, which is honestly fine. I used to really want a boyfriend all the time. And you all have heard me talk about it all the time on here. Now I'm just like, whatever. Because I'm so like fulfilled by like my hobbies and like the things that I love that it's just like, I really don't think about it that much. Like the want for a boyfriend. I haven't thought about it in a long time. I'm just so like fulfilled, I guess. I don't know. And you know, back in the day, I used to be like people would talk about they're so fulfilled in their life that they really don't care about having like a romance. And I never understood it until now that I'm in the position. I'm like, I'm actually fine. In fact, I kind of do get scared if I did have a boyfriend. Like, you gotta spend time with them and stuff. How would I have time for like all of my hobbies? You know, and the pod and school and then my family. How do you balance all of it? And I'm so happy as it is. I don't know. But, you know, but then again, if someone like was in love with me, like I'm not going to like turn them down, you know, I'm nice. I'm nice. But I'm not like I used to want a boyfriend so bad. And now I'm just like, whatever. But it is Valentine's Day, and so I understand a lot of people they get so like sad this holiday and they feel very, very lonely. But I just want to say, like, I'm a believer that Valentine's Day is not really about romance as so much as it is just about love as a whole, and it can be love for literally anything. And maybe that's because just like my like growing up, my dad always like it was like we're all celebrating Valentine's Day and it's just for like the people you love and the things you love, you know? That's how I view Valentine's Day. And so I encourage you guys that when Valentine's Day comes around, if you're one of those people that like hates it because you're not like in a romantic relationship, I think Valentine's Day is just about love in general, not necessarily about romance. And so maybe look at it that way and just be like, you know what, this Valentine's Day, I'm going to go do my favorite thing that I love to do. And that's Valentine's Day, you know? I think that's fun. And so what I did this Valentine's Day was with my mom and sister, we went to the theater and we saw Pretty in Pink, which is literally one of my favorite movies ever. I love Pretty in Pink, starring Molly Ringwald, John Cryer, and Andrew McCarthy, a John Hughes film directed by Howard Deutsch. And literally, it was for the 40th anniversary, guys. I was excited to go. I saw it a few weeks ago. Did I tell you guys I was gonna go watch it? I saw it a few weeks ago, and I was like, okay, I'm going to this. I don't care if I have to get on the highway and hitchhike my way there. I never do that, by the way. Do not do that. But I don't care if I have to do that. I'll do it, because I'm going. I'm going to this. It's just a matter of, do you guys want to go? And so my mom and sister agreed to go. Oh, my back hurts, you guys. It's because my posture is actually atrocious. But they agreed to go, and so today we all went, and it was so awesome. I got a big Pepsi, which, guys, I love Pepsi. I feel like Britney Spears. I love Pepsi. Pepsi. I really do like Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi girl. When we drive in your car, I'm your baby, losing all my innocence in the backseat. So we went to go see Pretty in Pink for the 40th anniversary. So we go in there, and they literally did like a little trivia at first, and then they played like a not behind the scenes, but like it was like an interview with the director, Howard Deutsch, and he was like talking about the film and all of this stuff, like behind the scenes stuff. It was so cool. And then they played the movie. Guys, I was absolutely elated. This was like one of the best things ever. Like, it was so cool. Like, I just love when they play old movies in the theater for like the anniversaries and stuff, or just for funsies. I absolutely love that. So I always have to go. And when I saw that Pretty Pink was playing, I was like, I was on it like Blue Bonnet, you guys. I was in. It was so exciting. And I got my big Pepsi, like I said. And it was just such a good time, and I love that movie, and Ducky did deserve better. And here's the thing. You guys really need to watch that movie, because you're going to learn why Beth loves it. Or you'll think, why does Beth love this? Which is what my sister said today. She loves the movie. She's just like, it didn't have the ending she wanted. Here's the thing. Spoiler. Go watch Pretty in Pink and then come back. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm telling a spoiler right in now. Okay, so basically how the movie goes is that Ducky is in love with Andy, Molly Ringwald's character. And Andy is not in love with Ducky. Andy is in love with Blaine. Blaine is also in love with Andy, but Andy and Blaine cannot be together because Blaine is rich and Andy's poor. How the movie goes is, I mean, obviously it's this really difficult relationship between Andy and Blaine, but they end up together. They do end up together, but you're really rooting for Ducky. And then the original ending was that because Blaine was an awful character. Like, he sucked, guys. He sucks. But they end up together, right? But Blaine sucks. But you're really rooting for Ducky. And the original ending was that Ducky and Andy end up together. And that was what was filmed. But they showed it in front. They did a screen test with some audiences. And they're like, no, Blaine. And they wanted him. So they had a day to reshoot it. And they reshot it. And they changed the ending. So Andy and Blaine get together. But, oh God, y'all. It should have been Ducky. Ducky deserved better. Ducky Dale, you guys, y'all don't understand. Go watch this movie. It's so good. It's so good because his character's so funny. And I'll tell you what, the Pretty Pink dress, the iconic Pretty Pink dress that is so fugly, even Molly Ringwald hated it. But it just speaks to how beautiful Molly Ringwald is, because that dress was ugly and yet she still looked amazing. She looked amazing. Like, her makeup and her hair. Oh my gosh. My sister and I were talking about it. She looked so good. She's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. But I love that movie, and I just, it's one of my favorite movies, and I'm so glad that I got to see it in theaters. Like, how often is that going to happen? Like, your favorite movie in theaters, like, old movie? Come on, that's awesome. It's like a few years ago, I was vacationing in Florida, and they played Dirty Dancing in the theaters, which is another one of my favorite movies. Like, are you serious? These movies are from the 80s. Like, how lucky do you have to be that they're just like randomly playing it in theaters? Like, that's crazy. It was so cool. I'm so glad I got to see it. And then yesterday on the 13th, I saw Leslie Odom Jr. in concert. Are you serious? That was crazy. My sister and I, he was playing at our school. And so we went to the concert. We bought the tickets, and we were in the nosebleeds. But I'll tell y'all something. They were actually really good seats. I'm not going to lie to you. It was so cool. It was literally such an awesome show. He sings like an angel. Like, I was just saying the whole time, like, gosh, his voice is so hydrated. Like, it's so smooth as butter, you guys. And when he sang 2 songs from Hamilton. Because, guys, if you don't know who Leslie Odom Jr. is, he is literally Aaron Burr in Hamilton. And he came here? What? That was so cool. But, oh my God. It was so cool. It was like a Valentine's Day event because he sings like a lot of like jazz, like really like smooth stuff. And so I think it was for Valentine's Day, like for couples to go to. But my sister and I went because we're like, hey, if they're gonna have a show, we're gonna be there, you know? And so we went. Such a fun time, you guys. And Brooke and I, we're not really like we're not into musical culture. We just don't know about that stuff. We've never, we don't go to Broadway shows because we never know. They don't happen here, okay? They don't happen here. But we know what Hamilton is, and we know Leslie Odom Jr. Like, I remember Brooke was like, this Leslie Odom Jr. guy's playing, and I said, who? And I was like, I was on it, you guys, and we went, and it was so cool. And he sang 2 songs from Hamilton, and when he did, Brooke and I, and mind you, we're not like musical theater people, but you would think that we had been musical theater people from way back. You would have thought we would have. We went crazy. It was so, when he sang wait for it, I am the one thing in life I can't control. When he sang that, Brooke and I were like, oh my God, yes. And then, oh my gosh, this was so cool. Then the concert ended. And they walked off stage. And then they came back for an encore, and they literally sang, it was so cool. What's the song called? I can't even think of the song. I don't know what it's called, because again, I don't know anything, but it was this one. Okay, he sang Alexander Hamilton. So it was the one where it's like, that's a bad word. And then he sang, I'm the dang fool that shot him. Brooke and I were like, oh, it was crazy. It was literally like we were there. Oh my God. It was awesome. It was like we were watching Hamilton. I'll tell y'all something. It was so cool. He performs, and you like, guy, we were in the nosebleeds, but you could tell he has such a good time. I could see his smile as he was singing, like from the nosebleeds. Like, it was such a good show. Like, he's just up there having a good time. I posted a video of it. On Instagram. I couldn't think of the name. Yeah, I posted on Instagram about it. I had to look back, did I? It was so cool. It was such a good show. I can't believe I actually got to see that. It's like one of those things. It's like, did I really do that? Like, that's so cool. It's so cool, you guys. I'll tell y'all something. I'm just having a good old time. I'm having a good old time. I've had the worst week of my life. I'm having a good old time. I'm just happy to be here. I've just been floating through life lately. I'll tell y'all. It's been rough. It has been rough, but I'm just floating on. I need like something to drink that's not gonna kill me. I need something other than coffee. I'll be right back, you guys. I'm sorry. Intermission. I'm so cold. Oh my goodness. It's like, if you guys could feel my nose right now, you would flip. Okay. So basically, this next segment, I did explain what it was in the video, but I had to cut it because I ended up doing about 5 minutes of me singing Satisfied. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica. He was right. You will never be satisfied. I can't stop. I feel like when I mention it, it's like I have to sing it. Okay, so what this next segment is, basically, I rounded up a list of 14 things. Is that gonna flip? 14 things that I love, because 14 Valentine's Day is on the 14th, like, think. I'm just, like, really creative like that. So I rounded up a list of 14 things that I love because, I don't know, I guess I thought that would work for this episode. I don't know. My life's been boring lately. I had to think of something. So, now, on to things I love. Number 1, ladybugs. Now, I mentioned this earlier when I was talking about the ladybug lipstick, but my favorite animal for realsies is a ladybug because they're so sweet and gentle, and it's like the one bug I'm not afraid to touch. In fact, I feel like we're friends, not foes. I love ladybugs. I'm friends with them, and when they're in my home, I say hello, I say hi. I love ladybugs so much, and I'm not even joking. The other day, I found out that like a group of ladybugs, like a bunch of ladybugs all together, like how there's a flock of birds, if there's a bunch of ladybugs together, I'm not even joking. It's called a loveliness. A flock of ladybugs is called a loveliness. I found out that fact by accident. I looked up ladybugs. I look up ladybugs often, and I just saw that it was called that, like, by accident. When I found out that a bunch of ladybugs, like a group of ladybugs, are called a loveliness, I teared up. I'm not even joking. Like, I literally teared up because I thought how cute that is. I started to, like, a tear ran down my cheek. That's how passionate I am about ladybugs. I love ladybugs. Number 2. Late night talks with my sister. Now, living with my sister, obviously I've always lived with my sister, but living alone with my sister in the dorm, in our beds, like I'm like right under her. We have our beds, they're kind of in an L shape, and they're bunk beds. So hers is like this and mine's like this in an L. So my feet are under her, but my head's like free, okay? So we just talk. We just talk a bunch. And like late at night when we're both going to sleep, we just talk. She'll always like, I hear this is like common with older sisters. They just ask you like weird questions. That's what Brooke does. She'll be like, would you rather like have hot dogs for fingers or be a whale? And so you have to choose. And to answer your question, I'd rather be a whale. I'd rather be a whale than have hot dogs for fingers. But that's basically how our conversations go. But I love talking with her because it'll start stupid and then we're just like really get to know each other. I don't know. Talking with my sister, like those late night talks are really everything, man. It's so fun. I love my sister so much. She's my best friend, you guys. Because like, I don't know. I feel like you're usually close with your siblings, but like it's not even that. Like she's truly my best friend. And I don't know what I'd do without her, you guys. And I don't want to think about it. I don't think I mean, obviously if I wasn't here, like if Brooke wasn't here, then I wouldn't be here cuz I'm younger. But like I don't know, man. It's just like we have this like connection. She's the best. She's my best friend. And I value all the time I have with her. I think a lot of times you hate your sibling. I see that a lot. Like people like they really don't like their sibling or they don't really get along or like they love them but it's like they don't really get along. They're not like friends. But like I'm genuinely friends. And you know how lucky I am that my entire life my best friend has just been right down the hall? Like that's insane. I've just been so blessed to have like a sister who I'm genuinely best friends with. And I think it helps that we're so close in age. We're 17 months apart. We're really, really close in age. Just like a year and a half. And we've always been like so obviously so close in age. And I think maybe that makes it easier because there's no like real difference between the things we're going through. Like we're teenagers at the same time. We're kids at the same time. Now we're adults at the same time. Like all of these major life changes, we go through them together. She's a year ahead of me, but like big whoop. So I think that helps. But I think we just have this connection, man. Like she knows what I'm thinking. Like she's my best friend. I love my sister. We're like this. If you can't see me, I cross my fingers. We're tight. Number 3, driving through neighborhoods. Now, I've talked a little bit about this before, but like seriously, one of my favorite things to do is just drive through neighborhoods and look at people's houses. I love to do that because where I live in the suburbs, but if you drive like into town, I live in a historical town. And like in the heart of it, there's like a bunch of historical houses and they're so pretty. I'm gonna throw up. I'm not feeling good. I'll need to end this soon. I'll just like I love the houses. They're so pretty. Number 4, going to get coffee with my mommy. Okay. Yeah, I call my parents mommy and daddy. If you haven't noticed that. It's a southern thing. I don't know what you want me to say. And I'm not gonna stop. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. Hey, how about this? I don't care. Going to get coffee with my mommy. Okay, here's the thing. I love coffee, but and it's not even just getting coffee with my mom. It's getting McDonald's coffee because I'll tell y'all something. And this is I don't think y'all would know this. McDonald's actually has the best coffee Um, which is weird. You wouldn't expect it. Like, their vanilla iced coffee, like, don't go crazy. Their vanilla iced coffee is like the best vanilla iced coffee you could get. It really is. It's weird. If you get that and some fries and then just go around driving looking around at houses, that's a 10 out of 10 night. That's like that's the best thing ever. That's my favorite thing to do. I love that. Number 5, going to Peddler's Mall. Ugh! You all know I love Peddler's Mall. Maybe that's my favorite thing to do. Everything's my favorite thing to do. I have a lust for life. I love going to Peddler's Mall. Peddler's Mall, I've talked about it so many times. If you know me, you should know what it is by now. But if you don't, maybe this is your first episode. If this is your first episode, I'm sorry. I'm usually not this sick. That's not true. I'm actually always sick when I come on here. I don't know why. Is it because of anxiety? I wonder. Because I really don't feel anxious doing this. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But anyway, Peddler's Mall is a flea market, antique store kind of deal. It's a mixture. There's booths. No one's operating them. Like, there's booths where you can like buy out a booth and like sell your stuff there, but no one's actually operating it. It's kind of a behind the scenes thing when they go in there and put their stuff, and then you go in there and you buy it like from the booth or whatever, and you bring it up to the counter and you like purchase it, check out. You can get antique stuff or just whatever people are selling. And I could tell you 99% of what's in the studio that you see is from there. Even this little guy, this little apple from Peddler's Mall, 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 Peddler's Mall. What else? Peddler's Mall. That lives from Peddler's Mall. This is from Peddler's Mall. Everything. This blanket's not from Peddler's Mall. My grandma made this. That tomato I held up earlier is from Peddler's Mall. Peddler's Mall. Everything's from Peddler's Mall. And it's been years in the making too. Like, just to give you an idea. Like, a lot of the stuff in the studio, most of the stuff, 90% of the stuff in the studio, I bought like from Peddler's Mall. Like, I bought it for the studio, but not everything. Like, it's also kind of been years in the making. For example, this peanut M&M, we've probably had this. We got it at Peddler's Mall too. Probably had this since I was about like 10 or something. That's been a decade. I love Peddler's Mall, and I frequent Peddler's Mall. We're good. That was effing scary. Everything's from Peddler's Mall because I go there all the time, and also it's nice when you can get stuff secondhand. But like, it's just so fun. And I'll tell you this: there's not like bukus of Peddler's Malls out there, but there's a few others out in the world, and I've been to quite a few of them, and I gotta tell you, the one in my town for some reason is the best one. I don't know why. It just seems to be the best one of all the ones I went to. There's another one that's pretty good, but I gotta say, the one in my town ain't good for nothing, but it's good for that Peddler's Mall. Strangely enough, this whole thing over here, Peddler's Mall. Oh, this vinyl was from Peddler's Mall. I just painted it. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. I got that at a painting, a vinyl painting thing, and then I flipped it over. On the other side of this, you can't see it. There's a bunch of flowers. I meant to paint on it at this vinyl painting thing I went to at school. And then I realized one day, this was before the podcast, that when I was like planning the podcast and like building the studio and stuff, I was like, I'd like to have a sign that said The Buzz with Beth. And so I had that vinyl and I flipped it over, and that's when I painted that. And my penmanship with a paintbrush is honestly really good. So go me. Anyway, number 6. Driving daddy around. I love to drive my dad around. Now, here's the thing. Let me back up before my dad gets too excited when he hears that. I hate driving. Like, me driving. I hate it. I don't like to drive. I never have. I've never really shown a keen interest in it. But what I do enjoy is over the summer, like, my dad, it'll be like 4 a.m. and I'll still be awake, obviously. My dad will wake up and he'll stumble into my room and he's like, hey, do you want to go for a drive? And it'd be like late night driving. And this is literally what happens. We'll, like, drive around, and it's, like, really dark out, but there's, like, no one on the road, so it's, like, great for practicing driving. I'm 20 years old, and I still have a hard time. Um, I have my license, though, so I have my license. I got my graduated license last May, so yeah. Anyway, but we'll be, like, driving around really late at night, and one time this happened, we drove, like, to the city, like, to the city, like, the big city, and I drove on the freeway, or not the freeway, what is it called? The interstate? See, that's how much I don't drive. I don't even know what these things are called. I drove on the interstate, like I-75, and I drove to the city, and it was crazy, and, um, it was just fun. I don't know, 'cause it was just fun. I don't know, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed hanging out with him, and I enjoyed doing that. I have a good time, like, those late night drives, and hey, I love a late night drive. I love a late night drive, even if it's me, and that's the thing, 'cause I don't even like driving, but if it's late at night and my dad's there, 'cause I'm not gonna late night drive I'm not gonna late night drive if my dad's not there, because then I get scared, and I know my dad will protect me from, like, monsters and stuff, so I'm not gonna late night drive if he's not there, but, like, I love to do it if he's around. That's the thing too, my dad's, like, a big beefy dude, like, really, like, muscular, and he'll, like, if there's, like, a monster, he'll, like, he'll punch him out. He's beefy, uh, like, muscular. He's a maintenance man, so he has to be strong, but, like, yeah, he'll punch him. He also taught me how to throw a punch too, so don't come at me either. Ugh. Which, actually, on that note, y'all know, like, I'm just like this. I'm like, I wouldn't hurt a fly, as y'all know. But strangely enough, I'm great at boxing. Like, really great. Anyway, like, found that out by accident, but, like, me and, like, a punching bag, actually, like, I'm not even saying this to toot my own horn. Like, I'm just, like, saying this as a fact. I'm really good at it. Weird. I've never done it before. Like, I just, like, started doing it one day because it was there, and and we found out, like, my sister and I, we found out, hey, wait, I'm actually good at this. Weird. I don't know. Anyway. Number 7, lipstick. Lipstick. I love lipstick. Because here's the thing, you guys. People will ask you, if you're, like, into makeup, you'll probably get asked this, like, what's one makeup item that you, like, literally couldn't live without? Like, it would be the one thing. If you were on a deserted island and were able to have one makeup, what would it be? My answer is always lipstick, because I could literally be barefaced and I could throw on, like, a little lipstick, and it might look a little off, but I'm confident after that. There's something about it. I think everyone has their one thing, and mine is lipstick, and I love a red lipstick. Like, I love red lip. I have one on right now. It's kinda smudged, but whatever. I love red lipstick. I just love, but hey, I love all red lipstick. I love all lipstick in general. But man, I love lipstick. It's just something about it. It's so, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but there's something about lipstick that's so powerful, and it means everything to me. I don't know, because it's more than just lipstick. It's more than that. It's something ingrained in it. It's like, I don't know. It's like powerful. It makes me feel powerful. Number 8, glitter. Oh, I love glitter so much. And you guys know my philosophy on glitter. I talk about so much. Like, be glittery in, like, this monochromatic world. Be glittery. Oh my god, the sickness is getting to me. It's infecting my brain. It be something that refracts light in it's such a dull world. And why be dull when you can be glittery, you know? Like my little change purse I got. I love my change purse. I should take a picture of it. That way I can put a photo on here and you guys can see it. Boop. Okay. But I love glitter so much. And it's like, it's more than just like the fact that it's like glitter and it's a substance. Substance? That sounds like a drug. That's not what I meant. It's more than just like a craft item or whatever. It's an idea, it's a concept, it's a state of being, glitter. I love it. I love everything about it. If it can be glittery, I'm always glittery. By the way, I'm always glittery. You can't even see it, but I actually have glitter on my eyes right now. I have glitter. Look at my eyes. You can hardly see it. But yeah. Gosh, and it makes me so excited, and I just want everything to be glittery all the time. Even my tree is glittery. I'd touch it, but it'd get all over me, and so I'm gonna touch it anyway. See, now my hands are glittery. How fun. Number 9, going to the movies with Brooke. Or going to the movies with my mom or dad too. But I love going to the movies. Going to the movies, and I've said this so many times, but going to the movies is it's like an experience. It's an experience in itself. Because yeah, you could sit at home and watch a movie, but like no one wants that. If that's all you want to do, then like ugh. Go to the movies. Go support your local movie theater. Streaming has really hurt movie theaters, you guys. And hey, I'm like down to stream a movie or two, but like, I mean, like I stream movies all the time, but if I can go to the movies, I'm definitely going to the movies. And it's hard because now it's like more of an expense. But if you can and are able to go support your local theater, go do it because streaming has really done a number on theaters, you guys. It's been really, really rough. And that's why like it was really cool when Stranger Things did a theatrical release for their finale, whether you liked it or not. It was really cool that they did that because that got a lot of people to go. But yeah, go to the theater. It's an experience. And you can get your snacks. And it's also like a sense of community too, because when you're in there with like a bunch of other people and you're all here for like the same thing to enjoy this movie and have a good time, like there's something in that, like it's in the air, you know? It's connection. And I think if we've ever needed it, we need it now, you know, like community. I think like it's just so it's an experience. I love the theater. I love going to the movies. Number 10, diamond painting. Diamond painting is honestly life-changing. When I was in high school, I think that's when this all started. No, I remember. It was my freshman year of college. It was my spring semester of my freshman year. My mom, I don't know why, but she randomly got diamond painting for me. I guess she just thought I would enjoy it. She created a monster is what she did. She created a monster. She bought like these little coasters. Diamond paint, like I could diamond paint, and it was like it was a fruit. It was a fruit. And I did it, and I was like I couldn't stop. I enjoyed it so much. It was so relaxing, and I could like listen to music. I could watch movies. I could watch TV shows as I did it, and I could think, and I could like form ideas for my writing. It was just so therapeutic, and I could do so much in my head while doing it. And I love diamond painting. It's like kind of like painting my nails too, because when you're painting your nails, you're like working with your hands, so you can't like multitask. I mean, you could like watch something or like listen to music, but like you're doing that. You can't really just be like doing multiple things. You can only do that. And the same things with diamond painting. I love diamond painting. I love painting my nails too. I'm sorry if I sound nasally. It's because I am. Anyway, also, don't mind my hand. If you see a bandage on my hand, I'm fine. There was a bump on my hand, a mysterious bump on my hand, and I picked it off. And then I got shocked when it bled. I don't know. Anyway, number 11, Pinterest. Of all the social medias, Pinterest just might be my favorite. I don't really like post on there unless I'm like putting something on there to go into one of my boards. When I first started the podcast, I tried posting videos to like market and promote, but it just like wasn't working like I thought it would. I don't know like how to work the algorithm for Pinterest to get it like that, but it doesn't really matter. I don't use it for those purposes, but I do use it for like me. I have so many Pinterest boards, you guys. You can follow me on Pinterest too, but a lot of them are private because I have like when I have writing ideas, I make Pinterest boards, and I usually private those ones. But they're like mood boards. They're not really interesting to look at, so it doesn't really matter. But I like can make vision boards for all of my ideas. And I love Pinterest. This one's not private, I don't think. I have a Pinterest board where you can see all of my like why did I go to Spotify? You can see all of my like, if I was famous, this is what I would wear on the red carpet. Is it private? Because it don't need to be. Yeah, it's not private. But, like, this is what I would wear on the red carpet. And not all of them. There's some of them where I'm like, I probably wouldn't wear this. But some of them, it's, like, aspects of, like, what that dress is or what that look is that I would like to incorporate onto my red carpet look. So, one day when I'm famous, I will have a red carpet diary is what it's called. I went, like, jersey on that, called. I have like a Pinterest board I can look to, and I can hand it to my designer and be like, this is what or my stylist, this is what I want to wear. And so, yeah, I have a bunch of Pinterest boards. I love it. I love it. Also, it's not private either. I have like a vision board for like the Buzz with Beth, like when I'm planning photo shoots and stuff for like the new seasons and stuff. I have Pinterest boards for those too. You can see them behind the scenes. Number 12, writing. And y'all know I love writing. It's my true passion. It's what I want to do with my life. I want to be a writer. Um and I spoke about this in like I think it was the first episode probably of this season. I was like cuz I write so much, and I write like stories, and it's like it's so many of my stories, one of the characters is a writer, and like that's their passion, because I always like to think of like interesting jobs for my characters, but it always comes back to writing, and I realize it's because I simply cannot fathom how anyone would not want to do it, because it's literally being a writer is being a magician, because you can make it's magic. It's literally magic. You can make anything come to life. You just if anything you could possibly think in your head that you could just like muster up, and you can put it on the page and like make it happen. You can make any story, anything that is impossible in real life. You put it on the page and it's like happening. Like I close my eyes and I can like see it all happening, and it's like so visual. I don't understand how people could not like it. And I remember growing up, like I was very, very, very young, and I would always hear like when the teacher would assign something writing, I would hear everyone go, "Oh, I hate writing," and I'd be like, "Yeah, me too." And I did not mean it, because I was just like, "Wait, we're writing. That's the one thing I can do. Are you serious?" Like and by the way, I'm not even like it wasn't that I was good at it, because I'm not. I'm like, well, I would say now I'm a good writer, but I was never taught writing in school, like grammar and punctuation, like that stuff, like the mechanics of it all. I was never taught that. So I was a bad writer, but like I loved doing it. And when we would do, and I was always very confident in like I always knew like what to say. I just didn't know how to say it right. And so I struggled with that. But I loved doing it. And if you gave me like the on demand part, I'd be like, and we're in. But the real problem that I always kind of and this is still a problem now. I always do too much. I always like, because I can't stop. I literally cannot stop. If you give me a word maximum, we're screwed. We're screwed. We are so screwed. Word minimums, hey, not a problem. But word maximums, ooh, we're cooked. I can't. Why did I say cooked? I'm not like a slang person. Number 13. You won't be surprised by this one. Number 13. Taylor Swift. Okay, I have a story about this. I love Taylor Swift so much. She's my favorite writer. And I told you guys a little bit about this, I think. I'm taking a poetry class. Ugh, I didn't tell you guys about this. Well, I'll tell y'all next episode. But what I will tell you is I'm taking this poetry class, and on the first day, everybody in there, literally everyone in there is an English major. There's like 8 kids, including myself. So 8 kids. Everyone in there is an English major but me. I'm the only one who's not. And they keep talking like everyone, they're like, and obviously everyone here is an English major, and they keep forgetting that I'm not. And I keep just like, I never say anything, but they keep saying like, and you've learned this in your English courses, and they talk about these like people I have no idea who they are. And I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm in this poetry class. And on the first day, the professor went around and he was like, go around and say your favorite writer. And everyone goes around and they're saying like all these people, like people I have no idea who they are, like literally people I have never heard of, that it's their favorite writer. And then they say their favorite writer, and he like has like this anecdote, or like that he like gives his input on it, and he's like, oh yeah, they're great, and like his favorite work. And it's like, I don't know what these people are talking about. And then it gets to me, and he's like, and your favorite writer? And also, he was like, he knew everyone's name, and he goes, and you, and he like takes a second, and he thinks of my name, and he's like, I'm sorry, I already forgot your name. So that didn't feel good, but I was like, oh, it's fine. It's Beth. And he goes, okay, then who's your favorite writer? And I go, oh, my favorite writer is Taylor Swift. And everyone was like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Ugh, you guys don't get it. You guys don't get it at all." And so I explained. He was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because she's such a good writer, and she's like, her writing has grown with her and her audience. And when I think of it, it's just so glittery, and it's the definition of girlhood. And she has a song that relates to everything. And if you want to relate to it, you can. It's just so, you listen to her and it's like it's just like a breath of fresh air. I love listening to her, and her writing is so in depth. She has songs that are lighthearted, and she has songs that are so deep, and you could just relate to it, and it's like a hug. That's why I love Taylor Swift. And he was like, mind you, with all the other writers, he was like, "Oh, I love their work. I love Murakami, and like all these writers who I've never heard of. I have heard of Murakami, but like all these writers I haven't heard of." And he was like, why he loved them too. And they like had these like in-depth conversations. And you know what he said to me? He goes, "It's great that she can make a lot of money." Oh, okay. I was like, really? That's what you're gonna give me? As if you haven't heard of her. Girl, yeah, wrap it up. And number 14, me. I love me. And I just do. I don't know. I've been feeling good lately. I mean, my life sucks. Like, my life sucks. But, I'm still great, Just because my life sucks doesn't mean I suck. It's just the way the cards fell. It's just been bad lately. It isn't always bad. But I've just been struggling with school and stuff. But I'll talk about that in another episode. It's just been rough lately, but what are you gonna do? It's just the way it is sometimes. But I think the beautiful part is, it won't always be like this, That life is just full of peaks and valleys. That's what my mom always says. And it's true, I was probably at a peak in January, and then, February comes and boom, you're deep in the valley. You're swimming with the tadpoles, and you're in there. You're in the valley, in the creek. I'm in the core of the earth right now, but I'll get back to a peak again. I'll get there soon, and it'll all be okay, because I've been in bad places, y'all. It is the truth. I've been like down bad, but it's always temporary. Sadness is a fleeting feeling. I'm not even really sad. It's just I'm in a very unfortunate circumstance. It's just things aren't working out the way I had hoped. I know I keep like saying all these details and not actually telling you guys what the problem is, and I know that's frustrating, but that's just the way it is at the moment. I'll tell you all at some point, I guess. But it's sad right now. Life can be sad and frustrating, and you're angry or things aren't working out, and you can just be like at a real low. But I guess it does make you I sound like Butters now from South Park. It does make you appreciate like the really happy moments. And I'm not going to feel like this forever. Truly. It does get better. I know because I've been better. I've been really sad before, and then I've also been really really happy after that sadness. So, I'll be okay. And I think that's a comforting thing. One there is that y'all are gonna like hate me, but the only constant in life is that things do change, and that goes for sadness too. You won't always be sad. You'll be happy again. You will. And I'm happy right now, but my life kind of stinks, but I'm still happy because I'm me, and I know everything's gonna be okay, so I'm not too butthurt. Um, and I still have my family, and I still got me, and I can rely on myself, and I have my hobbies and things I love, and I'm very fulfilled. So I'm in a good place. All things considered, I'm doing pretty well. So yeah, I love me. I've been clapping a lot lately. Get into that. Applause. Oh well. I guess that's all for this episode, you guys. I love y'all so much. Meow. I'm your host, Bethany Haven, and I love you all. Meow. Hey, you guys, and one last thing. Make sure to twerk on your haters and fart on them while you're at it.